Hey everyone,
We're back.
we're back and we're excited to do this with you. We thought it would be a good idea, before we speak about grief and the things that we had to face, to just give you a little bit of background where we come from, so that you understand that life for us started out really great.
Yes.
We were both in families that served the Lord.
Yes, I think the main thing in both of our families was my parents and his parents are people that believe beyond just believing in Jesus Christ, in the God of wonders. We've seen a lot of miracles in our
Yeah,
lives.
seen miracles happen in front of our lives.
And yeah, so the day when I wanted my husband, to meet my husband, my miracle, I wrote a letter to God because I love to journal. And after a lot of letters that I've written before about this special guy that I want to meet, I realized that every time that I write something down, there's something missing when I meet the person. Like I missed something on my papers, So the last letter was, it went something like this: God, you know me better than I know myself. Give me the husband that fits me. I want to give that over to you.
Yeah, that was this phrase. So I'm glad that God answered her prayer, because I married up, but the thing is, she's glad that she did. So, so I mean, our lives were filled with faith stories, seen a lot of miracles in families that were quite, miracles was part of our everyday life, praying for people, having faith.
Yes.
And this was before all of this, before all the grief and things that we had to face, and fast forward a few years on, we got married, a lot of miracles happened. We'll tell you about some of those miracles later on. Ricky's wedding ring, all kinds of things, but up until this point, great. We had Avaya, a little girl. She's such a blessing from the Lord. And 2 years after, I think she was around 2 years old, we felt that it's time to now extend the family, get a little friend for Avaya. And so we went, so we got pregnant. That happened fairly quickly, and then we started on the process, went to the gynecologist visits, excited.
Everything was fine.
And the wonderful thing was, we found out that it was a boy.
Yes.
Which was awesome, because on my side, I'm the only son, so
there's not a lot of boys in our family.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like the thing that maybe we won't have a boy. So we almost made peace with that beforehand.
Yes.
And if you hear a baby in the background, we do this while the baby's here. We have a baby.
Because that's that life, that's parent
Reality.
life. So if you hear the baby, just it's part of the fun. So we found out it's a boy, and so we were excited. We had a little baby grow mate for Avaya, which said, I'm getting a brother. We announced it to the family, and and then we went to our 24 week visit to the gynecologist, and life took a drastic turn.
Yes,
right there.
We got some devastating news, and we went home with that news, and we said, listen, we're faith people, we've seen God work before, we're just going to fast and pray, and this child is going to get healed and everything. And I think in our lives, it's we haven't trusted God
like we did in that time. I mean,
for God to just come through and heal our baby.
Yeah, I mean, I fasted for 7 days. We prayed. We had so many people coming, to us, anointing Dricky, praying with us. We had like hundreds of people praying, prayer groups going. And so our expectation was that after this week, when we would go back, that
the doctors would get saved by
the doctors would be astounded and amazed by this miracle. We truly expected when we would go back that things would drastically, be different, but it wasn't. So we went back there, and everything actually got worse.
Yes.
It got worse. the condition, the problem was even greater, you know.
So
and
you
yeah.
can imagine our faith, you know, taking a big knock. You know, where's this God of miracles, the one that we've known since we remember? And yeah, so we had to deal with that. And Gerrit actually at that stage, he said to me, he doesn't want to preach on faith, although it was one of his pet subjects, you know, to preach about. He said he would just not go there at this stage because he can't preach something that is not, you know, that's not working for him at the moment. So
the thing is, for me, it's important when I preach and talk to people that I do it with authority.
Yes.
And to do it with authority, it has to be something that really lives on the inside.
That's true.
So for me, I felt like if I would preach on faith, I would be kind of hypocritical in a sense, because my faith took such a knock. The wind was basically out of my sails. And so at that stage, we were part of a large congregation. I preached every second week, every third week, and things like that. So I just got up on stage, and after, you know, we, you know, took a break and all of that, you know, after this happened, I just told I said to the congregation, I said, guys, forgive me, but I think for months to come, I'm not going to preach on faith. I had something that had to be restored in my relationship with God. So
it was between us and God.
Yeah, and at that point, we really felt like God was not there.
Yes.
So that's just the truth. I mean, we can sugarcoat it and make it this big, beautiful story, but it's totally messy. And so we want to say to you today that it's totally normal.
Yes.
To feel like God has abandoned you. It is totally normal to question why and where was God and where is God and why did God let this happen? And because I think in a certain sense we grow up with this this fairy tale idea that if you serve God, everything is going to be smooth sailing all the way. You hear some preaching, if you accept Jesus Christ, you know, everything will always just be perfect and wonderful and dandy, and we've got the faith preachers going, and
luckily our God is not insecure.
Yeah.
So it's so normal, you know, when you lose someone to, you know, to lose faith as well.
Yeah.
I think it's such a natural part of the process.
And I think God understands it.
Yes, He does. He made us. So we want to say today, the point in all of this is it's okay to feel like disappointed, you know, disappointed in God. It's okay to feel like
you've
God
been
is
abandoned.
Yes, you've been abandoned. That's the word that I was
It's okay to feel like God doesn't exist.
Yes. And then supporters, this is not the time to talk too much. This is a time where you just keep quiet and
just be there.
Let your hands do the support part.
Yes.
Not your mouth.
I love that.
So yes, that's what we want to say in this first video of the process. There's a lot more, you know, that we can
say, and we're going to say. But
so
don't tell. Yes, so don't tell people at this point you're gonna be okay. Because in their mind they're not gonna be okay.
Yes.
So it's okay that your faith takes a knock when you go through these things.
Yes,
it's okay. It's all good. God's still there.
Yes.